Life is too short to play small with your talents. That was that thing that caught me. Life is too short to play small with your talents. Life is too short. Now, that life is too short is very understandable. You can understand that one. Life is too short, right? No matter how you try to view it, like, okay, for example, let me just say this. 10 years ago was 2015. 2015, I was preparing to get admission into one of the secondary schools in my neighborhood. By this time, 10 years ago, my mom was contemplating whether or not I should be in private school or whether I should go to public secondary school. And it was a friend that even told her, why are you not running the registration of your daughter? Why are you still at home? Why is she at home? Have you started anything yet? And my mom said, no, I want her to go to a private secondary school. I don't want her to go to a public secondary school because I don't want my child becoming a wretched person or influenced by bad peers in public secondary school. You know, their government school, they don't really focus much on kids other than little training here and there and teachings or the rest. Like, public secondary school is just so bad but also enjoyable. Okay, and so she wanted me to go to private secondary school. I attended private primary school all through, my brother and I. So the woman said it's not bad if she goes to public secondary school. Moreover, it's also less expensive. I think the first my school fees in GSS1 was about 2,500 naira. Apart from all the money on expenses, getting a new chair and table, getting school bag, getting clothes and everything. So during this time, this was the moment when my mom was on helter skelter trying to get me arranged for public secondary school because the registration was already going on. And September, in the next few weeks, 10 years ago, was when I entered and started as a GSS1 student. I was 10 years old. That was 10 years ago. And during those moments, I was watching videos. You know, there was one particular time I was watching a video that by Funke Akindele, Jennifer's Diary. And it was back then, that was when the era when the season 1 came out or something. And they would always reflect her, they would always show her and Toyosi in the university, inside their hostel. And it was that moment where I felt like, I also want to be in the university. I also want to have a hostel. How would life in the university be? What would, you know, all those kind of things I was thinking into myself. And 10 years later, I am in the university. I'm in the second semester of my third year. And by next year, I'm going to be my fourth year as a law student. 10 years ago. 2015, 10 years ago, looked so far. It's going to be so. I was literally counting months, years that I was going to be in the university. 10 years ago looked so far. So far, honestly. So far. But now, is it far? Whenever I sit down and I look at myself, I'm like, wow, the time just went by. And when I was celebrating my birthday on Monday, my birthday was on August 10th, okay? That was when I turned 20. I said to myself, there are some things I regret not doing. And there are some things that I regret I was doing those things, but I stopped doing those things. If only I did not stop doing those things and I continued with them, I would have grown. I would have gotten to a length that just seemed so impossible for somebody of my age, but I stopped doing those things. Right? Yeah, exactly. Because the time felt long in my eyes, but now it doesn't. And right now, the next 10 years, when I'll be 30, seems like it's too long. But 2025 is almost over, and 2026 is gonna be 1 year decreased from the 10 years, and then you have 9 years left. So life is too short. Life is too short to play small with your talent. What exactly does it mean for you to play small with your talent? Don't worry, I have it written down here, so we're going to go through it. Like I said, I'm not just reading for reading's sake. This time I'm reading, I'm deep reading, I'm trying to understand every freaking point made by the author. Okay? Now, it simply means that you have to stop hiding your ability because you are scared, insecure, or not ready yet. You're playing small with your talent. You feel like, oh, maybe it's going to be too much. Maybe somebody is not going to find it comfortable if you do it that way. Oh, maybe they're going to say you do too much. right? And this affected me honestly because I was this kind of a student when I was in secondary school that answered question every freaking time in class. I was telling a friend of mine who took my pictures for my birthday. I said, back in secondary school, I said I was among those that the teachers loved. We had over 50 teachers in public secondary school and more than 1,000 students. But at least more than half of those teachers knew my name. And whenever they wanted to send juniors to call somebody in the senior class, they would always go and call Jennifer, go to SS2E, go and call Ibafedon Jennifer. Those ones too will come, good afternoon, we're looking for senior Jennifer. That's to show you how close I was to these lecturers. I was always answering classes. It got to a point that some of the teachers felt good. Some of them would give me their notes, their lecture notes, their class notes to take home, right, before my other classmates, and then return the notes back to them the following day. So when they come to class and they are writing notes, my mates are writing notes, I will not be writing notes. I'll just be going through the notes. That was the privilege I enjoyed. And honestly, I thought I was going to bring that same vision to the university. But guess what? Nothing is happening. If anything, I've only shrinked myself. You won't even believe that this was the same girl that was hyper energetic or something in secondary school. I played small, and I know I did, and I'm almost done with my third year. I have just less than 2 years left in the university, so I know I played small with my talent. What happened to answering questions? What happened to speaking, even if you don't seem to understand it? Now you can hardly want to ask a question in class, and I'm not already rolling inside my brain. I'm already thinking about the worst things that can go wrong. It wasn't that I wasn't scared back in secondary school, but I just had more confidence in myself. But now I don't. We did a presentation in class yesterday, and I was so praying to God that my criminal law lecturer would not point at me, because if he did, I would have fumbled a lot. I played small. And it started in my first year because I was thinking, oh, if I raise my hands and begin to answer each question in this class, people are going to think that I am doing too much over sabi na they worry me. This is a class with over 200 people. Do I think I am the most brilliant in this class? People that are the most brilliant in this class, they are keeping their fucking mouth shut, and who do I think I am to start talking? Now, this idea wasn't brought to me by myself alone. It was influenced by what it was that I heard from people in senior classes, people in the university. You go think say now you brilliant. You go think say you're brilliant until you see F for your results. So because of this, I was so scared that I could be doing too much, or that I could be proving to know it all, and when my results come out and my fumble, wouldn't people mock me for doing that? Exactly. So yeah, I played small. And now I got admission in 2023. 2025 is almost over, 2 years gone with no impact in my faculty like I planned I was going to do in 2023. And once it began like that in 2023, I could not change it easily. Even till now, I still cannot change it. So yeah, when you are being told that life is too short to play small with your talent, it means that you have to stop hiding your ability because you are scared, insecure, or not ready. Quit downplaying your skills to make others feel comfortable. And then don't waste time doing safe things when you could be aiming higher. So it is a reminder that time is limited, and every day you stay in your comfort zone is a day you are not growing, you are not being seen, and you are not making the impact you are capable of. Which is now going to lead me to making a particular point, to quoting something that Robin said, right? Is the third point I want to talk about. It says limitation is nothing more than a mentality. A mentality first that too many good people practice daily. First of all, it's a mentality, and then you practice it daily until they believe it is reality. Now, it is a reminder that time is limited, and every day you stay in your comfort zone is a day you are not growing. Every day you stay in your comfort zone, so it becomes habitual. It's something you do every single fucking day. It becomes a mentality. So right now, I've already ingrained it in my head that I can only talk like this on camera. I can't talk like this in front of people. I've always imagined myself to be a public speaker. only I had a camera, an invisible camera in my room, that becomes how my day goes or how my week goes, you guys will see that most of the time I'm always talking to space. I'm always sharing ideas. I'm always imagining myself saying all kinds of beautiful things. And right now, I can't even stand in front of 10 people to say anything. Yeah, it's a mentality. You do it every single day. So the moment when you are staying in your comfort zone, when you are not doing anything at all, it becomes your reality. It becomes your reality and you're not growing. Right? So in other words, if you are a lion, stop meowing like a house cat just because it feels safe. And also the spellbinder went ahead to talk about how every one of us, we are born with something exceptional. We were born with excellence. We were born to do good. We were born to excel. We're born to scale above average. Exactly. That was what I talked about. He said each of you has a call on your lives. You have a call. You have something you're supposed to do. I have something that I am supposed to do. So we should stop limiting ourselves. You should stop limiting yourself. I should stop limiting myself. We should stop letting the past, the pain of an imperfect past, hinder the glory of our fabulous future. Don't let your painful past hinder your glory. I won't let my painful past hinder mine. I don't think I have a horrible past though, but there are some things that I've done in my past that I felt like, oh, somebody should just kill my enemy. Somebody should just stab it. Oh my goodness. It wasn't that serious, okay, but you guys get the idea, okay? Yeah. And then to just quickly wrap it up, because I want to make this like 20 minutes. I wasn't expecting it to be this long. It says, every challenging event you've experienced, each toxic person you have encountered, and all the trials you have endured have been perfect preparation to make you into the person that you are now. You needed these lessons to activate the treasures, the talents, and powers that are now awakening within you. So everything that happens for the best. And I think the title of this chapter is A Daily Philosophy of Becoming Legendary. You have to move from being average. You have to quit seeing yourself as a cat. You have to quit meowing like a cat. And for every stage of your journey that you get to, you cannot let your fire diminish. Put yourself out there, showcase it, basically. So I hope I did justice to what chapter 2 is about. And yeah, that's like what I got from chapter 2. There are a lot more, but that is like the summary of what I got from chapter 2. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in chapter 3 summary. Bye.